Recorded live with little or no editing, it's Defense Up. I'm Run7. How you doing? Today we had a whole slew of people in the voice chat and in chat in the Twitch stream Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. You can always find me on Twitch. I stream all week long, but the Marvel Strike Force is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let me see. We had Reeper, Zero Cool Gamer. We had Rolf Kieran. We had BendableStraws. We had a bunch of people in there helping me out. So remember, if I make a mistake, you go ahead and blame them, not me. This is Jakethesnake. Jakethesnake is almost 19 million TCP Plat 3 in Crucible. They're currently using Eternal Defense, and we're going to be talking about that Eternal Tangled Web setup. We had a very lengthy pre-discussion about this. Lots to go over. I'm going to try and boil it down for you guys in a less than 10-minute video. We'll see how that plays out. All right, so team number one is the Bionic Avengers. It's a filler defense, but it's a pretty decent filler defense because it doesn't have like a real easy counter or anything. However, I don't like the placement. We want to swap Vision and Iron Man so that Vision is dodging next to that taunting Hulkbuster. We want to change the ISOs also. Vision should be a raider. I like Iron Man as a raider, and I like Viv as a striker. She's not terrible as a skirmisher, but I would rather see her as a striker. Those ISOs work best in raids as well. And so using those same ISOs is beneficial to those of you who are still building the team. It's a great team in raids. Pretty decent filler defense here. We used to use it a lot on the Web Warriors when we'd see those on defense. We don't see Web Warriors on defense anymore, not at this level. So this one is a B-. I want to see a lot of changes there, a lot of tweaks to that team. It's nothing to get excited over, though. Team number two is the SA Kestrel No Fury. Now, here's the thing. With the Fury rework, UT4, his ability, he spawns in not one, not two, but three minions with Death Proof and Taunt. And they are not so much a liability now. They're pretty thick. They're pretty tough. And you have a hard time getting through those before Cap Sam puts up his Taunt. It creates a lot of situations in there. So it's okay to use Fury now. Fury is a better character than Maria Hill for sure. So I think you should do that. Or you know what? You could also replace Shang-Chi with Fury too. It's a thing, and then Maria Hill is healing while blocking and all that stuff. But honestly, I think just replace Maria Hill with Fury. I don't think you should even be building Maria Hill anymore. She fell off fast. So this team, parts and pieces should be used for offense. I don't really like this team on defense. I think we're going to talk about Room 5, and Sam may be a solution in there, or part of a solution, or part of a two-tap solution. Who knows? It gets complicated. But I'm hesitant to tell people to put this team or any variation of this team on defense. I think there are a lot of issues with it. So for me, this team is probably a C+. I think it should get pulled. I think it should get pulled personally, but it's otherwise it's not terrible. It's just Maria Hill's not doing you any favors here. All right, team number three is the Gamma with Dormammu for sure. We don't want Dormammu on this team. He's not adding enough to replace what you're losing on offense with him. You're better off going with a straight Gamma on defense. However, after much consideration, we think that either Gamma or the next room, the Unlimited, should be pulled because there aren't going to be enough offensive opportunities for Jakethesnake to full clear or even really do the things that they want to do. So we're thinking pull the whole team. Now you have Gamma and Dormammu, two different things that you could be using on offense to great effect. However, that being said, if you really want to run Gamma, and I highly suggest you don't do Gamma Dorm, but just Gamma, then let's change Brawn to a healer. You could change Red Hulk to a healer is now a thing for certain reasons. Mostly that's that weird composition where they're using Doom and Red Guardian and whatnot. And now Red Hulk doesn't knock Doom under 50%, that sort of thing. So that's why you would change Red Hulk to a healer. It's dealer's choice there. Yeah, and then of course Abomination has to be a raider. That's a fail, total fail going skirmisher on Abomination. Make him a raider in all cases. So we definitely need an ISO tweak or two. We definitely want to take Dormammu out of here, if not the entire team. So for me, this one is a C+. It's got a lot of stopping power, but the ISOs are done wrong, and it's a better to do something else in its place. Team number 4 is the Unlimited. Everything about this team is fine. It's fine. I can give this team an A. Whether you want to be using this team on offense or not is up to you, They're gonna be really good with Dormammu as the 2-tap solution to what's coming up in the next room. So you might want to think critically about whether or not you want to have them. Of course, with the Tangled Web Eternals, let's just give this team an A and move on. With the Tangled Web Eternals in 5, we're approaching this. Now we're going back to a turtle defense idea, which is what Jakethesnake is doing. But at 18 million TCP at Plat 3, we don't think that he's going to have the tools available to beat what's going on with his opponent's defenses. So this looks amazing. This looks like an A, everything done right. I personally am going to try it as well. Scopely wants us to put this on defense and force our opponents to buy their team. I highly recommend you do not spend money on the upcoming new Warrior team unless you find them fun, unless you want to play with them. I think you should find creative solutions to beat this team. Like, say, a Minerva Sack team that's 4 duds plus Minerva, and then coming back into it with, say, an unlimited Dormammu team to finish it off. There's also the Mirror. If you want to pull this team and mirror it and come in with Hela, we believe that you can make that work. It's very risky. The idea being that they kill Greg on accident, rewinding their turn meter. You're allowed to get your Spider Weaver off first, which places charges. And if I'm not missing anything, I don't believe that the new buffs give them any boosted accuracy. Remember, Apocalypse's boosted accuracy only works in Arena, not in Crucible. So we think that they will totally whiff all their big AoEs, and then your team gets to go, or your team gets to go first, and hopefully you get to destroy them. Either way, I think that the Mirror with Hela is a good solution. You could also use the Mirror with Kang in there for that speed adjustment. These things are getting tricky, and this is brand new. And no, Stocky, I don't think Hero Asgard is the solution to this. A burner team, then Hero Asgardian with some RNG. I don't know if that's a thing, guys. I don't know. Chat's trying to give me some advice on the fly, but I don't want to recommend that one for sure. All I'm saying is this is a super tricky defense. Scopely wants us to spend money to beat it. I don't think you have to. I think there's a lot of other things we can do. I think we can use this on defense and still beat it on defense as well. So, check out Mobile Gamer's latest release. I don't remember the name of the video, but I posted in the recap. Check out LVP has some solutions too to things like this. So there's lots of ideas being generated about how to beat this. It is not insurmountable, and you do not need new warriors. However, I do think putting it on defense at this time might be the way to go, because people who do not pay attention to videos like these, people who are not heavily engaged in the community's feedback and stuff, are not going to know how to get through it, and it might give you the edge to win. So for now, go ahead and play it and use this. This is great. This is as good as it gets. Don't use Noir. Noir still sucks. He still sucks. I hate Noir. Bilbo Stabbins says Noir to the moon as usual, but I don't think so. All right. I'm going to go ahead and give this an A. Scary stuff here. And then finally, we have Wakandans in 6. Now, of course, Darkhold got nerfed even further, so they have a harder time getting over this. Reeper says that we should probably swap out Nakia with the M'Baku and go with that variant, because that is the tougher version for Darkhold to get through, and that'll further solidify the idea that they should not be going into this with Darkhold and instead use their MOE, right? Use their Masters of Evil team to beat this, because Masters of Evil will easily defeat this. Remember, if you use Masters of Evil on 6, you're going to have trouble because you won't have Kang to go into this. You'll probably have to use a Hela variant, that sort of thing. That's what's going on here. But if your Wakandans aren't that big, and I don't know, Plat 3, 750 Wakandans, this is kind of getting down there, where the Darkhold teams you're going to be seeing are still maybe going to be big enough to beat this team. So I think Jakethesnake should take Reaper's advice and throw in M'Baku if M'Baku is built up to anywhere near these kind of levels. And hope for the best, I guess. Otherwise, if you want to stick with this variant, or you just don't have M'Baku built up big at all, I can still give this team an A. I just want to throw out those ideas that are being talked about. I think the placement on this is fine. I think the ISOs on this are fine. I think that the team is a great team, and you could stand to invest in them if you can spare whatever you can spare to build on this team. So I will give it an A, but I think that it might be in danger of still being beaten by a Darkhold punch down into it. All in all, this is a fantastic turtle defense. We have some problems with some of the beginning teams, and you got to be careful and make sure, especially with this new Team 5, have what you know, go through the other videos, look at what's gonna beat this and what you want to keep back for people doing this exact thing. A lot of people are gonna be doing a Tangled Eternal defense, and you need to be prepared for it. So if you wanna put this on defense, be prepared with your other pieces, which I think is going to require Dormammu, possibly Unlimited, possibly some other stuff involving, I don't know, Omega Red or whatever else is out there. There's some comps. APOC is a thing. There's some comps out there that get it done, but it's going to cost you. It's going to be challenging, and you're probably going to need to practice it. And there's not really anywhere to practice this. I hope they don't introduce a practice mode to Cosmic Crucible, because I like the challenge of having to theorycraft the hell out of things and then test them live. Much more fun. Okay. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more videos, share this with your alliance if you enjoy these types of things. Comment down below, let me know what you guys are using against this or in place of this on your own defense. I'm always interested in that. And remember guys, don't just have a good game, be good to yourselves and others too. And I'll see you next time. Bye.